Hey, good Wednesday afternoon. This is Mike Sasser, and welcome to another edition of the Health Hour. An hour of health news you can use right here on Lone Star Community Radio. You're listening to us right now on www.irlonestar.com. But hey, got some good news for you coming up. Not long from now, we will be on FM, and we will be at 104.5 or 106.1 FM. You'll be able to listen to us on in your car, in your boat, wherever you have a radio. So that is some great news that's coming up. Lone Star will be FM. How cool is that? All right, and hey. The Health Hour, it's a weekly show. We're here live down here in Conroe. Beautiful day today. Looking outside the window there. A little warm again. If you are working outside and you need to hydrate and need to try to take a couple of breaks, cool down there. The humidity's high, so you do not want to dehydrate and cause some concern there. So look out for yourself. Look out for your co-workers if you are out there in the heat today. All right. If you would like to be a part of the Health Hour, I have a website, my own website, that you can go to and contact me. That website is www.mikesasser.com. That's MikeSasser.com. And you go there. I have a Contact Mike link. Click on that and you'll find me on Facebook. You'll find my email as well as Twitter. If you're into Twitter and tweeting, I'm there. Okay. Hey, the show is every Wednesday at 1 p.m. But if you happen to miss it or you'd like to check out some of the past shows, guess what? It's all podcast. It's all recorded and available on the Lone Star Internet website, www.irlonestar.com. Go there, look at their archives. You can check out the Health Hour and the podcast there, as well as many other great shows that are here on the station. So, all right, what do I have lined up for you today? Well, I think it's a pretty interesting show. You know, I can't believe this, but we're starting to wind down summer. You know, I mean, if you had kids, you know that school is already back in session for the most part. School's back in session. We're coming up on the Labor Day weekend. I can't believe that's kind of the marker for the end of summer. And not only that, hey, football season is right around the corner. That's right. Been watching some preseason games and stuff, and then college games are kicking off around September 3rd. So it's football season. Fall is on the way. Just can't believe it. Where has the time gone? So what I have for you today, this is kind of cool. Again, closing out summer. You know, with in mind that we have one more big barbecue weekend coming, barbecue holiday, if you will, being Labor Day. All right, I have some fruits that you could grill that are interesting. We grill meat, we grill vegetables and things like that. But I looked around and have tried a couple of these things, and so I'm gonna share with you some different fruits that are great on the grill. Okay, so again, you might want to jot these down and try them out this coming weekend or Labor Day weekend. Check out blow your friends' minds with fruit on the grill. All right, and then I'm going to talk about, and this is something that I get all the time. Mike, or people say, Mike, we work all the time. We're in the office 12 hours a day. I travel all the time. I just I have a hard time staying in shape or even losing weight because I work. So guess what? I have some tips of how to stay fit on the job. That's right. And even possibly lose some weight. Okay, that's how I got here. I'm a local author. I live here in Montgomery County. I wrote a book 2 years ago, Simple, Inexpensive, Painless Weight Loss. That book is on Amazon. It's on Barnes & Noble. It's actually in the Barnes & Noble here in the Woodlands. And so it's available, and it has some great tips on weight loss and just healthy living. Because I believe that life is all about being healthy with a balance of well-being and just, enjoy it. Life is about enjoying things, okay? And then, getting a little bit later on in the show, all right, I'm going to do restaurant reports. You might say, well, what is restaurant reports if you haven't been listening to my show? Well, I get all the reports from the health inspectors right here in Montgomery County. They go out and inspect all of the restaurants out there, as well as schools, grocery stores, anything that has to do with food preparation, or where we go and eat out, if you will. Which this day and time, almost everybody eats out at least one time a week. I mean, it's just, that's how we live nowadays, if it's not fast food, it's restaurants. I mean, every time I pass by a restaurant, it seems like the parking lot is full. So, restaurant reports. I'm going to let you know if possibly your favorite restaurant is on the list for being good, or maybe they just need a little bit of work, maybe not so good. So, got that coming up for you. Then we're going to end the show with the weekly grocery ads. That's right. They come out every Wednesday, and I stopped by H-E-B today right here in Conroe and grabbed one of their sales papers. So I'm going to take a look at that and see what we have. Number one, that is some healthy choices for you, and see what they have on sale. I don't necessarily go into the prices or anything, but again, just looking for healthy foods that for you and your family that are on sale at the local grocers there. So that's what the Health Hour is all about today. Again, it's an hour of health news you can use. Mike Sasser right here. How do you get in touch with me? One more time, MikeSasser.com. Yeah, go to MikeSasser.com and just click on Contact Mike. All right, so without further ado, let me jump right in here with grilling fruit, okay? First off, we talked about this not long ago, that there's a lot of fruits that are in season during the summer. And so if they're in season, they're plentiful, and the grocery stores have them, and a lot of times they have them on sale. So I want to share with you some fruits that we can throw on the grill and enjoy. So first off, grilling. When you're grilling fruit, fruit has sugar in it. It's natural sugars, but it does have sugar in it. So when you're grilling fruit, first off, those sugars they can caramelize, and with the smoke flavor and stuff, it's really neat. Some of the different flavors, you might even sprinkle some seasoning, a little bit of seasoning on it and whatnot. And then also, fruits are good for you. They're full of vitamins. Okay. So it's a healthy choice to put on the grill, okay? One trick that I learned is that you might want to have a little bit of olive oil on hand, because when you brush a little bit of this olive oil on the fruits, and what it does is two things. Okay, it's going to help the flavor a little bit, and it keeps it from sticking to the grill, because again, you're not going to cook vegetables all that long on the grill. They'll fall apart. Not so much burn. It just again they're very very easy to just fall apart. That's what I said. So anyway, all right. First off, and this is one that it's my all-time favorite. I tell you what. I love watermelon, and I have been eating watermelon ever since I was a kid. I just there's no telling how many tons of watermelon I've eaten in my lifetime, but I never really thought about grilling it. So I tried this. I sliced up some watermelon, put it on the grill, and just for a little while. I mean, maybe not even 5 minutes. And also you want to grill it in indirect heat. You don't want to put it right over the especially an open flame or anything like that, because again, that's going to cause the fruit to fall apart, and it's going to turn into a mess. So put it in indirect heat, and just kind of just let it warm on the grill, and and watermelon. It turned out it was really good. It kind of takes on that smoke flavor, and it was good. I enjoyed it. It was great. Another fruit, and again, this one is very plentiful in the summer. It's a summertime fruit, and that is peaches. Yeah. Again, take a peach, slice it. You slice it in half, okay? And you want to take out the seed. It's got a pretty good sized seed there in the peaches stuff. But so take out the seed, slice it in half, and put the slice part, or the where the seed was at. Put that face down on the grill, okay? And again, indirect heat or indirect flame. Don't put it just right over open flame, and let it sit there for about 5 or 7 minutes or so. You might want to flip it, but you don't have to. And it's going to turn. It's just like it's like it just kind of sucks up that smoke, and it gets juicy. I mean, peaches are juicy to begin with, but it's just really, really good. Another fruit that is always in season in the summertime, and that is apples. Apples, you can find them things on sale at almost any grocery store any week. And again, you can slice them just like we talked about with the peach. You can slice them in half, or you might want to just cut them. I've got this really cool apple slicer. You put it over it and slide it down on there, and it pulls the core out, and it gives you these nice little slices of apple. It's very convenient. You might want to check out one of those next time you are in the grocery store. But very convenient, and when you make food convenient, especially healthy food, you're more than likely to eat more of it. But yeah, slice up these apples, put them on the grill, check it out, and see what you think about that. And like I said, contact me, let me know. You try some of these fruits out. Let me know what you think. Strawberries and bananas. And this is another one that I tried just recently. I was making some kebabs. Okay, I made some shrimp kebabs and had a little bit of salmon, and so I had banana and I had some strawberries. I was like, hey, let me put these on the kebabs. I mean, number one, it's very colorful. It looks nice little presentation going on there. But that banana again, it kind of takes in that smoke flavor, and it just mixed really well with what I called seafood kebabs. Try it with beef. Try it with anything there. And a couple of other fruits that I did not think of that was kind of on this list that I read is figs. Again, they are in season, and as well as cantaloupe. You think about watermelon. Watermelon is pretty popular out there, but cantaloupe is like a runner up. You can slice that stuff, and put it on there, and just kind of lightly grill it and everything. So that is some new and healthy choices that you could put on the grill, along with all of your other chicken and beef and everything else that you're grilling there for, like I said, Labor Day or, just anytime. Check it out, see what you think, and get back with me. Contact me on MikeSasser.com and let me know how it worked out for you. So we're going to take a break here, and when we come back, again, a lot of you might be out there working, listening at your desk, laboring away. So I'm going to let you know how to get in shape and lose weight while on the job. So hey, come on back to the Health Hour.
Lone Star Community Radio is Montgomery County's community radio station, and we are looking for talk show hosts and volunteer DJs for our music shows. Are you interested in having your own talk show on Lone Star, or have you always wanted to live out your dreams of being a music DJ? With the addition of Conroe's FM 104.5 and 106.1 and video aspects of our talk shows, we are needing people to grow with us. If you or someone you know might be interested, please contact us online at irlonestar.com/contact us, or call the station at 936-647-5747 for more information.
Hey, welcome back to the Health Hour. I am Mike Sasser. I'm your host. This is a weekly show right here on Community Radio, Lone Star Community Radio, and we're coming at you at 1 o'clock every Wednesday, 1 hour show, so 1 to 2 p.m., and it's live. Yeah, absolutely. I am sitting here in the studio. We are downtown Conroe. Beautiful day outside, and hey, the Health Hour. What is it? It's an hour of health news you can use. And again, I'm Mike Sasser. I'm your host. I'm a local guy here in the community. I live on Lake Conroe in Montgomery County, and I'm an author. I've authored 2 books. One of them, Simple, Inexpensive, Painless Weight Loss. You can find that on Amazon or anywhere else out there, that any kind of book retailer, or you can find it at Barnes & Noble in the Woodlands. It's out there, and it's loaded with just simple and inexpensive ways to lose weight and maintain your weight loss. And that's what I did. So it's my personal story. It's not just another diet book that's out there on the market. It's my personal story that I'm sharing, how I did it and how I continue to keep the weight off for over 2 years now. So anyway, that's who I am. That's what I do. And the Health Hour is, again, every Wednesday at 1 p.m. here. So, all right, we just talked about some fruits that you can throw on the grill, and just really, it gets that smoke flavor and it comes out really good and everything. And if you happen to miss that, you just tuning in. You're like, oh my God, the Health Hour, it comes on at 1 o'clock, and I just, you're just tuning in. Well, guess what? No problem. Here in a few days, this broadcast, as well as the other broadcast of the Health Hour, is on podcast. You can find it at Lone Star Community Radio, www.irlonestar.com. Go under archives and find the show and listen to all of them. They're all there. And the cool thing is you can listen to the podcast anytime you like. So let's say you're busy on Wednesday, 1 o'clock. Guess what? You can go there, listen to the podcast at midnight. You can listen to it on Sunday, whatever, whenever, and maybe even in your PJs. But you can listen to it anytime. That's what's so cool about the podcast. All right. So, hey, the Health Hour, we're going to move on now. And I have some tips about how to lose weight or stay in shape while on the job. Because, when I'm out and about, I guess that's probably one of the biggest excuses, if not hurdle, that I hear. People are always saying, well, Mike, I spend 10 hours in an office. Mike, I'm on the road. I'm a traveling salesman. I'm behind a car wheel. I'm on an airplane. I travel all the time. Or one of the other ones. I mean, you think about this. Nurses, doctors, policemen, firemen. There's so many people that work the night shift nowadays. So they work nights and they sleep during the day. Well, it just their bodies are it kind of messes you up. I worked shift work way back in the day, and I know I'd get off at 7 a.m. in the morning, and 7 a.m. would be like 5 o'clock for me. It would just kind of just put your body off just a little bit. So how do you first off stay healthy? How do you stay fit while on the job? And then secondly, if you are working on your own weight loss journey and you're trying to lose weight and you're struggling because, again, you work a lot, you travel a lot, you work the night shift, or, hey, what about this? What if you're a full-time mom? That's right. I consider that a job. I think a lot of people do. You're a full-time mom. You've got the children around. Maybe you're making that McDonald's run or whatever. How do you stay on track? Well, I've got some tips for each one of those. I'm going to talk about how you stay on track or lose weight at the office while you're traveling, if you're working a night shift or if you're working like different shifts. Maybe you work in the 3 o'clock in the afternoon to 11 o'clock at night. Not everybody is a 9 to 5er. You get up and you get to work at 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock in the morning, and you get off at 5 o'clock. Not everybody has that job. There's so many different types of jobs out there. Okay, so first off, let's look at if you are working in the office. All right. Again, if you work in an office building, and I'm not talking about one of these high rises down in Houston or anything where it's 40-something stories, but let's say you work in an office and you have 2 or 3 stories. If you're in a high rise, you can actually use 2 or 3 stories. But what I'm getting at is take the stairs. Instead of taking the elevator, take the stairs, and that way you're walking, you're stair climbing, if you will. For all you people out there that go to the gyms, there's these stair stepper machines there that you get on that simulates climbing stairs. Well, if you're at the office and you have some stairs around, just take the stairs, and you're working out, you're burning energy. Okay. Another way is to take a break. And look, I know. I get it all the time. Mike, I hardly ever get up from my desk. Mike, I don't even really get a lunch break. Okay, fine. Well, I'll tell you what. Take 2 minutes, okay? Break up, 2 minutes an hour for every hour. But find some time in there that you can at least get up from behind your desk and take a little walk. If it's down the hallway, if it's around your office, if it's around the cubicle, section of the office, whatever, find a way to get a little walk in. And, again, you might not be able to do 30 minutes at the time. You might not be able to do even 15 minutes at a time. But if you break it down to 3 minutes, if you break it down to, if you can get 5 minutes, walk around the office, okay? Another thing, and this is really popular, there's actually desks that are designed for that, but stand up. They have these desks nowadays where your computer and everything kind of fits on this desktop, and it lifts. You lift it up to where you can stand while you are working. Let's say that you don't have that, or you can't get that in your office. Well, guess what? When you're on the phone, let's say you're having a phone conversation, stand up while you're talking. First off, your voice is going to kind of project a little better, but you're standing, and believe it or not, you are burning calories. Do that 4 times, 5 times, 6 times, 8 times a day, once an hour, twice an hour, anywhere you can fit anything in like that. You're going to burn calories, and that's what it goes. That's what it gets down to. Nutrition plays a big role in losing weight and keeping it off, but also activity and burning calories. All right. Another one that you're in the office, okay? And boy, this used to happen to me a lot because we would have meetings that would go on for hours. And so what did we do? We ordered in food, okay? And what type of food did we order in? Pizzas. We ordered in hamburgers. We ordered in almost any kind of food that really wasn't that healthy for you, all right? And in big amounts of it. So you have these 10 pizzas sitting in front of you. Well, what are you going to do? Well, you're going to eat quite a few slices, or at least I did. That, personally, I did. But okay, how do you avoid the ordered in food at the office while everybody is in a meeting or whatever? Well, it takes a little bit of planning ahead, but bring some healthy snacks. Okay, it's okay if you don't have some of this food. If you don't partake in this order, it's like, hey, even let people know, hey, I'm trying to lose a little weight here. I'm trying to be a little healthier, so I'm going to have my own food, or bring some healthy a healthy meal at least, or some snacks, and that way you can avoid some of that ordered in food. And the other tip, and this is an easy one. I know you hear this all the time, but drink water throughout the day. Have a glass of water or one of these sippy cup looking things. We'll say an adult sippy cup, and continually fill that up with water and drink it throughout the day. Just drinking water, you're going to be flushing your body, and there's all kind of studies that relate to drinking water helps reduce weight or contributes to weight loss. Okay, all right. And so if you're contributing to it, and you've already lost the weight and you're maintaining it, then it helps you to maintain that weight. Okay, so that's if you're working in an office. All right. Now, if you're traveling, and listen, I used to travel 60 to 65% of the time, almost every week. I was traveling to different offices. I worked in oil and gas, so I was traveling out to the drilling rigs, the drilling sites, to visit those sites. So I was on the road or on a plane or on my way to somewhere, traveling and staying in hotels, where you eat. Every meal is you're eating out, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So if this is a challenge for you, here are some tips about traveling, okay, in order to lose weight or at least maintain your weight and a healthy lifestyle. Airports. For all of you out there that travel through airports, and I know, especially this day and time, there's going to be a delay, all right, or a rain delay, or the plane's running late, whatever. It happened to me over and over again. Instead of just sitting there waiting on it, you have, again, a time to walk. I used to just walk throughout the airport. I could get my 10,000 steps in. That was my goal. That's kind of one of those goals out there. But I had my pedometer, and I could get my 10,000 steps in sometimes just hanging out at the airport while I was waiting on a plane, if it had been delayed or what, just by walking through the airport. So, again, if you're moving and you're burning calories, you're contributing to weight loss or maintaining a healthy weight. Again, another deal, and I've already talked about this about the office, but it holds true if you're staying in hotels. Almost every hotel that I stayed in has at least 3-4 stories. So again, find the stairwell. I used to go up and down a stairwell. I would do maybe 2 floors, 3 floors, just depending on what it was. And it's cardio. It's good cardio. Get your heart rate up, and you're doing again like a stair stepper that would be in a gym. Almost all the hotels out there have some type of gym or workout facility nowadays. Now, it may not be nothing more than just a treadmill. It might have a little bit of free weights or something there, but find some time. I know I used to get back at the hotel sometimes at 10 o'clock at night, but get up a little bit earlier in the morning, or find some time that you can use some of this equipment. It's there. It's part of the package. It's part of the room. Okay, you don't have to pay extra, so use it. Another thing about when you're on the road, and this is important. It's important anytime, but get some sleep. Rest does a body good. That is when your body starts rejuvenating itself. That's when it starts, taking care of itself. Here in America, we know that we are sleep deprived. There's, it goes on and on, but get your rest at night, especially when you're on the road and traveling, because it will catch up with you. Between if you're traveling by air, you have jet lag or possible jet lag. If you're driving, that can get you tired. That can make you fatigue. So get as much rest as you can while you're out on the road. And this one, it may apply to you or it may not apply to you. But you're out on the road during these meetings. There are social events going on, socializing and whatnot. And where does everybody end up, or a lot of people end up at the bar, at the lounge, at the hotel, right? So try to limit on your intake of alcoholic beverages, because every alcoholic beverage has some sugar, has calories, and especially if you're traveling a lot and you're on the road, all of those calories, all of those extra calories are going to add up. Think about it again. You're more than likely eating out every meal, breakfast, lunch, dinner. So then you have that little happy hour going on too, and you're having 2 glasses, 3 glasses of wine, or a couple mixed drinks, a few beers. You're adding on more calories. So just it's about awareness. I'm not saying don't do it. I'm saying be aware and make some good choices, make some healthy choices out there. Okay. So I tell you what, that will cover it for the office and the traveling. I still have the night shift coming up, and for all you full-time moms out there, I have some tips for you as well. So listen, we're going to take a break, pay a few bills around here, come on back to the Health Hour, and we'll jump right back into this. So come on back.
Did you know your favorite show on Lone Star Community Radio are on social media? Facebook, Twitter, Google+, Instagram, you name it, they're on it. Check out where they are online on irlonestar.com/shows and see which of your favorite hosts are online. Make sure to follow them and see what is in store for the next broadcast. Follow Lone Star Community Radio on Twitter at IR Lone Star or Facebook with facebook.com/IR Lone Star.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Health Hour. I'm Mike Sasser, your host on this weekly radio show on Lone Star Community Radio, and it's at 1 p.m. every week, every Wednesday. You can listen to us. If you're listening to us right now, you're probably listening on the website, www.irlongstar.com. That is the station website here. It's got the little button there. You go, listen now. Click it and go through there. You can listen to it on your computer, on your mobile device, any of those devices out there. But I have some good news. I have some great news. Matter of fact, soon, very very soon, we will be FM. That's right. Lone Star Community Radio will be on 104.5, your FM dial, or 106.1 right here in Conroe and surrounding areas in Montgomery County. It's all about community radio and sharing things with the community, information, and all of that. And that's what the Health Hour is about. I like to say it's an hour of health news you can use. And, I find different topics, some of them local, some of them more national, and tips and information. And it's all about keeping you healthy, keeping you safe, and just overall well-being. I mean, live life, have fun. That's what it's about, right? How do you get in touch with me? How do you send me a question or a comment? Well, I have my own website. That's MikeSasser.com. Of course, that's www.MikeSasser.com. Go there, contact Mike. There's a link. Click it, and you'll hit my. You can hit my Facebook page. You can hit email, or you can tweet me on Twitter. That's how you get in touch with me. One more thing I want to remind you is all the shows are recorded, and the podcasts are available. So you can go there, again, on my website or the Lone Star Community Radio website, and look up the archives and listen to the podcast whenever you want to, at night, in the morning. That is just the cool thing about what we do here at Community, Lone Star Community Radio. So, all right, well, the Health Hour, we are talking about some tips for when you are working on the job and you're trying to lose some weight, or at least trying to stay healthy. How do you make some healthy choices? How do you work a little bit of activity into your day? Well, that's what I'm talking about. So we covered the office, if you're working in the office out there. Also, we talked about the people who travel. That would be me. Well, both of those, actually. I worked in the office the latter years there, and I did a lot of traveling, okay? But this next position, if you will, this next job, I did this way back in the day as well. And it's if you're working the night shift, how do you try to stay on track with your weight loss journey, or how do you maintain that weight loss, or how do you just, again, stay healthy? All right, you're working at night. It may be the 3 to 11. It might be the 11 to 7. You get off at 7 in the morning. For you, it's 5 o'clock in the afternoon. Everybody else is getting ready to go to work, and you're just getting off. What in the world, do you do to stay fit? Well, when I was working nights, and again, that was some time back. It was quite a while back. We kept a pot of coffee going all night long. And especially when that 2 a.m., that 3 a.m., and look, if you're out there and I'm sure you can probably relate to this, it just seemed like at about 2 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning, it's like your body's just telling you, like, you know what, you're really supposed to be asleep right now. So we would just drink coffee, the caffeine. And of course, back in the day, I put a lot of sugar in it. I put a lot of creamer in it. All of this stuff has extra calories, and coffee is actually good for you. Don't get me wrong. Don't stop drinking coffee. But I have an alternative for you if you're working the night shift, and that is green tea. Get you some green tea. It's found, of course, it has a lot of the antioxidants in it, but it is also found to, as they say, quote, melt fat away, unquote. All right, green tea. You can get the little packets of it. They, if you have one of these coffee maker things that makes 1 cup at a time or 2 cups at a time, you can get the packets for that. The little cups, if you will. That's it. Yeah, K cups or the V cups, the View cups, whatever it is. But get you some green tea and try that. At least maybe replace some of the coffee that you're drinking. Again, coffee's good for you. I now drink it straight, because it has antioxidants. Yes, it does open my eyes, helps me wake up in the morning. I'm waking up, but mix in a little green tea with it. It's been found to really help you out when it comes to weight loss and burning fat. Now this one, for me, I guess it was just kind of automatic because I do it all the time anyway. But when you're leaving and it's in the morning, 7 o'clock, sun's already up most of the time. Wear your sunglasses. Put your sunglasses on. Again, it sounds like a no-brainer. You're walking out, you've been working all night long, walk into your car, put your sunglasses on. But why? Why do you do this? Okay. Well, again, the sunlight, our bodies are meant to kind of wake up or work with nature. So you walk out in the sunlight and you instantly begin, believe it or not, even though you've been working all night long, it's going to make it harder for you to go to sleep. If you put your sunglasses on, you're blocking some of the sun, taking it in. The melatonin is what a chemical, basically a hormone, if you will, that helps you fall asleep. So you want to get home, wear your sunglasses, okay? But then when you get home, all right, sleep in a cooler room. Turn that thermostat down just a little bit, and that's going to help you sleep. Again, I'm talking about the night shift people out there. Hopefully you have a quiet environment to sleep in. All right. Hopefully you have a dark environment. You might have to put some dark curtains on your windows. I used to do that. I mean, some people go to the extreme. I've seen, even aluminum foil on the window and everything. But again, try to make it as cool and as dark as you can. And that way your body you're tricking your body. You're tricking your body, almost making it believe that, okay, it's nighttime, so I need to sleep. I need to get my rest. Okay, so try that and see how it goes. And another thing is, get some vitamin D going, because again, vitamin D we get from the sunlight. If you're out in the sun, and during the day, it's natural. We absorb it through our skin. Okay, but if you're working nights and you're sleeping during the day, chances are you have a vitamin D deficiency. All right, you're just not getting enough of it. Now, I know there's supplements out there, and you can get a vitamin D supplement and use that. Take that each day, every day, if you will. But again, I'm trying to really promote natural. Healthy choices. So find some foods that have high contents high content of vitamin D. And some examples of this is salmon, okay, fish, all right. Tuna has quite a bit of vitamin D in it, all right. And eggs. Eggs, I tell you, I think I eat eggs almost every morning of the week. It's just, first off, it's convenient. It's easy to prepare. You can prepare it several different ways, scrambled, over easy, several different ways, and you can get your vitamin D from natural foods. Anytime you have a question about this, the beautiful thing about the internet nowadays is Google it. Just go into that, foods that contain vitamin D. Google, boom, and in like less than a second, you're probably going to have thousands and thousands of websites that you can go check out and look up. So a lot of this information is on the web. Check it out. The other thing, okay, one other job description or job position, I should say, is that full-time mom. You don't work. You're at home. You have the children, okay, and that's full time. You're busy. You're keeping them active. You're keeping them going. It's a full time job. So how do you stay on track for weight loss, or just again to maintain a healthy lifestyle? All right. Check this out. And okay, this is it's just a fact of life. Kids, the advertisements are pointing towards them, but okay. So you're going to make a trip to McDonald's. You're going to make a trip to Whataburger. All right. Sooner or later, you're going to make a trip to one of these fast food places with your kids. That's just how it is. They like to eat at those places. All right. So here's a trick for you, mom or dad. Order off the kids' menu. Why? Portions are going to be smaller. Okay. So you're going to take in less calories. All right. And, it's just, again, you're going to save some money too. Think about that. You're going to save a little money because the kids' meals are not as expensive as the regular meals. So that's one way that you can practice portion control. All right, and keeping your calories down. All right. Another thing is to, I know weekdays are busy. Okay, a lot of weekends are busy. The kids are in sports and everything else. But if at all possible, look, cook on the weekends. Get your kids involved in healthy foods and preparing healthy foods. Make some choices, put some vegetables in there. Have them help you. Have them pick some stuff out and teach them healthy choices versus just running to the fast food place every day in and day out for getting your meals. Okay. Another one. All right. Workout. Or put your workout, make your workout part of doing your housework. We all do it. I know it's not fun. I don't really know too many people. Maybe you do enjoy vacuuming and sweeping and dusting and all of that type of stuff, but I don't so much. But you can make it, do it to music. Make it fun. Make it as fun as possible anyway. Again, you're burning calories, all right? And it's something that you do, on a weekly basis, daily basis, whatever, is doing the housework, all right? Again, if you have your kids, your children, and you can get them involved in walking. Take them out for a walk. If they're toddlers or you have a stroller, well, put them in a stroller. Take a little walk out there. If they're big enough to walk and get involved, tell them why you're doing it. Let them know that, hey, this is going to help you out. This is going to make you stronger and healthier, and get them involved, because a lot of times I think that we have to try to we want to entertain our kids and keep them busy all the time, while not really involving them or letting them know why we want them to eat some healthy foods, why we want them to get a little activity in their day. So full-time moms, there's just a few tips there for you for maybe incorporating in your day. All right. So that is, that's how you can maintain your weight or even lose a little weight while on a job. All right. So we're going to take a break. Okay. Pay a few more bills here. And when I come back, we're going to jump right into the restaurant reports, find out if your favorite restaurant is on the list this week. And we're going to finish up with weekly grocery ads. So, hey, come on back.
Want to check out what it's like to be on the radio? Need credit for school? For an internship? Then contact Dick online at dick@irlonestar.com. Lone Star Community Radio is Montgomery County's community radio station, and we are here to be part of the community.
Hey, welcome back to the Health Hour. I'm Mike Sasser, the host of the Health Hour. Every Wednesday, 1 p.m., we're coming to you live right here on Lone Star Community Radio. If you're listening to us today, you're probably listening at www.irlonestar.com. You can catch the Health Hour or any other great show that's here on the station. And guess what? They're all podcasts. If you want to check it out, you can go down. I think at the bottom of the page, you'll see archives, and click on that. Find the show that you want to listen to. And the cool thing is you can listen to it anytime that you want, day, night, weekends, whatever. Check out the Health Hour podcast right there on Lone Star Community Radio. And hey, let me know what you think. How do you do that? Well, get in touch with me at MikeSasser.com. Yeah, I know I'm throwing a lot of .coms out there at you and everything, but MikeSasser.com is the direct line to me, because when you go there, you can click on Contact Mike, and you'll find my Facebook, you'll find my email, and my Twitter accounts, so you can tweet me, get in touch with me, let me know what you think about the Health Hour. It's an hour of health news you can use, and we come at you, one time a week, every week, talking about what's happening in the community as well as around, around the nation, around the world, for that matter, when it comes to your health, safety, and well-being. One other reminder here is we're going to be going FM very soon. It's going to be at 104.5 or 106.1 on your FM dial. Be able to listen to us in a car, in a boat, on your motorcycle, wherever you have a FM radio. We will be there soon, very, very soon. Okay? All right. Looking at the wrapping up the health hour, I cannot believe that the hour is going by. So, restaurant reports. Okay, and what this is I get the reports from the health inspectors themselves every week throughout Montgomery County. All right, I like to acknowledge the folks out there, the restaurants that are doing good. So I look for the ones that made 100% on their score while the inspector was there. All right. Drum roll, please. The 100 percenters for the week is, all right, Red Robin on I-45 there in the Woodlands. 100%, no issues whatsoever. All right. Smoky Moe's Barbecue. Yep, that's Smoky Moe's, not Smoky Joe's. I thought that kind of sounds like that. Here in Conroe, 100%. All right. Tivana in the Woodlands. This is this kind of cool little tea shop. We talked earlier about green tea and the benefits of it, especially for you folks that work on the night shift and everything. Get you some green tea. Check out Tivana because they're doing a great job. They scored 100%. No issues whatsoever as far as their restaurant report goes. The Noodle Bar in Conroe also scored a 100%. And the Olive Garden in the Woodlands, 100%. So, hey, congratulations to those guys, those restaurants, for keeping them clean, keeping everything on the up and up, and making it safe and healthy for us to go out and dine there. Okay, because there's a lot of things that these inspectors look for that they can get in trouble with. Okay, so all right, the not so good. All right, the not so good for last week. And I've been here, and I like this place. I'm not beating them up, but, it is what it is. Unisushi in the Woodlands there, they scored 88%. And one of the big things I saw was on the report, it says, clean the dust from the ceiling tiles in the kitchen. All right, we all know what could possibly happen if you have dust and dirt on the ceiling tiles and it's in the kitchen. All right, ooh, no, don't want that. The other one, well, I'll tell you what. Okay, let's go here. Okay, Chin's Garden on Rayford Street there. You could say the Woodlands, almost into spring there. Scored 87, and this is a definite no-no. Live roaches were found while the inspector was there. Okay, no, thank you. So, Chan's Garden, please get that, go to work on that and get that fixed up for us there. All right. We know that you want to provide us with good food and good service and a healthy atmosphere. But I tell you what, the one that took the cake this week, all right, is Lucky Cafe in the Woodlands. They scored a 78%. All right. And it's because of what people were not wearing and wearing while they were preparing food. Ready? No hairnets were being worn, and jewelry was being worn while they were preparing food. Okay? I don't know about you, but I don't want hair in my food, and I certainly don't want to bite into a ring, okay, or earring or whatever kind of jewelry it was. Definitely don't want that type of stuff in my food. So, all right, guys, get it straight, get it good. I know you will. I know you're working on it every day. All right. So the other thing, we're going to wrap it up here, is fruits. We talked about fruits that you could barbecue on the grill, and just looking at the HEB ad here, guess what? Peaches are on sale. Apples are on sale. This wasn't on the list, but I bet pears would be good on a barbecue pit as well. All right, so try some of those. Let me know what you think. Oh, wait, cantaloupe is also on sale. Try some of those. Let me know what you think. Hit me up on MikeSasser.com. Contact me and let me know what you think. So, all right, hey, the show, I tell you, it flew by today. I had a good time. I hope you have a good time. If you like listening to the show, let me know. If you can tell your friends and family about it, do that. And we'll be back here next Wednesday with an all-new Health Hour for you. So come on back. Thank you so much. Have a great week.
Thanks for checking out this production on Lone Star Community Radio, Montgomery County's radio station. For more information on this show and other shows on Lone Star, check us out online at irlonestar.com. If you're interested in sponsoring a program on Lone Star Community Radio and reaching the local audience of Montgomery County on FM, internet, and TV media, please call 936-647-5747 or contact us online at irlonestar.com. This recording is a Lone Star Community Radio production, produced by the show host and Dick Schisler of Lone Star Community Radio. Interested in volunteering as a music DJ or starting your own talk show? Contact Dick Schisler at dick@irlonestar.com or by phone at 936-647-5747.